Have no fear. The evolution of money is here. Welcome to the evolution of money. I have been documenting my journey on the evolution of money since 2017. We're going to definitely cover that today. We got a lot to cover today. A lot to cover today. I'd like to welcome everybody to ckjcryptonewws. I am not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. I have been creating daily crypto content since 2017. Woo! Is that 9 years in cryptocurrency? I remember when I used to say Telcoin is my retirement plan. And why are we saying that? Tell fam knows. Telcoin next stop Pluto. Telcoin to the moon says soon people won't be able to ignore Tel. Especially when Telcoin launches the first crypto bank in the United States. Is he talking about the Nebraska Innovation Act backed by Senator Mike Flood? So we're talking about Telcoin. Next stop, Pluto. Bam. Telcoin. Gotta hashtag that. Zebec. CKJ's biggest top pick for 2025. When the smoke clears at the end of 2025, woo! Millionaires will be made. Let's write that. Millionaires will be made. Hit link. We live. Send it out. Also, I got some breaking news. I got some breaking news also, Brian. Crypto Prince in the building. Mike Mans is here. Have no fear. See, I got my XRP That's for Sure shirt on. I haven't been able to. No, I'm not going to start with that. Hilo, Fusion. He knows Zebec is next stop Pluto. Operation shutdown. Telcoin, my retirement plan. Hello from Cali. It's the Schmick. SCH Mick. Schmick. It's the BuLLZiLLa. How many Zebec would you say someone needs to hit $1 million? To hit $1 million? Shit, if you got $1 million Zebec, you're gonna hit $1 million like it's nothing. The $1 million Zebec will make you a millionaire. The $1 million Zebec challenge will make you a millionaire. Woo! Oh, that reminds me too, right for the live stream, I was listening to Jim Rome. He said you gotta dream bigger. You gotta think much bigger. Zebec is doing big things. Boy, you have no idea. Let's check the price. Bam, it's green right now. Good God. Zebec is pumping 7% right now. I didn't even want to start with that, but I had no choice. Zebec is pumping 7% right now. It's $200 per 100K. So the newest Zebec challenge is my newest challenge for 2025. Zebec Network, and I'm telling you, if you guys seen the video before the live stream, woo! Zebec is something serious. I'll use that today. It's kind of like we're coming from space, what Telcoin space. Bam! Everybody's FOMOing right now. Everybody's FOMOing because you're like, whoa, hold up. We thought Zebec was going to take a much bigger break than that. Now we got Zebec. This music reminds me of something. This reminds like 70s, like the guy knocks on the door. He's like, hello, like the plumber. You called me for some bad pipes. I don't like that. Let's go old school and try no music. I didn't used to use music back in the day, and I kind of like hearing myself talk. What up, AI Cat? How you doing, sir? Good morning. AI Cat in the building. The greatest asset ever created on XRP. AI Cat, no doubt about that. Zebec right now is pumping 7%, and it's at 0.002. It's been an interesting month for Zebec because we're up 105%. 105% in 1 month. Woo! Would that be considered CKJ did it again? Operation shut down. Would that be considered CKJ did it again? 105% in 1 month. Good God. It dropped all the way down to 3 zeros and a 7 on 423. I know I said that yesterday, but I mean, you got to grasp the totality of what's going on here. This thing dropped all the way down to 0.0007, which was $77 per 100K. Now it's at $200 per 100K. It's up 105% on a 30-day span. On the 7-day, 66%. Thank you, Operation Shutdown. Let's pin that, sir. Bam. Guys, that's pretty much been the theme of this show since 2017. I guess I'm blessed. I'm blessed. No doubt about it. Blessed for sure. And shout out to the Bullish family. And that's actually going to be the theme of today's show. Everything has fallen into place perfectly is the theme. The Bullish family, second theme, which I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek in our Telegram group because, oh my God, the information in our Telegram group is amazing. Like, it's the best. It's almost like, I would have to say it's better than X. Like X, Twitter, not better than X. It's better than Twitter. It's an official Bullish family Telegram. We'll talk about that momentarily, and I'll show you why. Eric Trump, if banks don't watch what's coming, they'll be extinct in 10 years. Woo! No wonder you get something like this. Democrats walk out of crypto hearing after tense moment. Tense moment? What could be tense? Several House Democrats walked out of a hearing on cryptocurrencies legislation Tuesday after Rep. Maxine Waters objected over concerns about President Trump's recent venture into digital asset industry. They're upset. They're upset about that. It's my partner for the Vegas event. Legendary. 68J in the building. Crypto for life. What up, Jay? Much love, my brother. Had a long conversation with Jay before the stream. Boy, is Jay long-winded. I always say Jay's long-winded, but Jay's a good dude. Jay's a good dude. And do me and Jay always see eye to eyes on everything? No. But do all humans ever see eye to eye on everything? No. Of course, there's always disagreements about this or about that. But hey, we talked it, worked it out, misunderstanding, no big deal. And I'm looking forward to the biggest event in the history of humanity, which is XRP Vegas, baby. Woo! Shout out to Jay. Jay did crush it as far as putting together a hell of an itinerary. He has been putting a lot of work behind the scenes on the Vegas event for sure. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be what? How many days away? See, this is like when I had Jay. When Jay was my co-host, he would be like all quick with it. Oh, man, we're 3 days away, and it's going to be the biggest event in the history of humanity. So how many days are we away to the Vegas event, Jay? Everybody smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. Crypto for life in the building. Much love, Jay. I appreciate that. And that's one of the main things I said about teaming up with Jay. Of course, my whole thing is all about learning. And when you're learning, you're learning. And to learn, you got to learn. And to learn, you must make mistakes or have disagreements. Guess what? That's how you learn. Matter of fact, you wouldn't learn if everything went smoothly. Because do you learn that way? Actually, nah. They say you only learn when you make a mistake. And then you learn from your mistakes. Bam! Good God, CKJ is just... It comes to me. It comes to me. CKJ, try to get some tickets. It's been sold out. Quick up over and say, CKJ, get me some tickets. If it's been... Yeah, guys, that's the big announcement on that too. And I was kind of like manifesting that also as far as when I said sold out. Remember, everybody was coming into the stream or live on X. I was like, sold out. And everybody was like, what? Sold out. Everybody was like, what? It's kind of wild when you watch yourself. Oh, here's a sneak peek in our Telegram. And guess what? We're sold out. Oh, we're 25 days away. Guys, I'm telling you, 25 days away to the biggest event in the history of humanity as far as Las Vegas. You know what's interesting about this week? And I know I sound like a broken record as far as just because we're so close to that time, but basically there's a Bitcoin conference. Actually, I forgot to Google that. I'm going to make sure I Google that because I also like knowing who's coming to the events. And that's like one of the things me and Jay talked about. Jay got names that I've never even... I don't really watch like that. Like Paul Barron, for example, who's really, really popular. Now, pretty much, I don't know who Paul Barron is, but I'm looking forward to meeting Paul Barron. So basically, like the same thing with the Bitcoin conference that's coming into town the first week. I have no idea what Bitcoiners are going to be there, but who knows? Willie Chu could be there. What about the other Bitcoiner that's pretty famous? I wouldn't mind meeting him. Oh man, what's that guy's name? I mean, hell, Charlie Shroom could be there. I doubt Roger Ver would show up. I think Roger Ver's maybe on the run. But anyway, so it's going to be a huge opportunity that week to run into a lot of like-minded individuals who are also bullish on cryptocurrency. Some names you may be very familiar with. And like, wow, I can't believe I'm meeting this person. And then some names you're going to be like, who's that? But it's a chance to meet a hell of a lot of good people. That's for sure. But Joe say you never win or lose, you win or learn. Oh, you win or learn. I like that, Joe Buddha. Buddha straight from the Buddha. 25 days away to the biggest event in the history of humanity, BuLLZiLLa, Alaska. Now, if anybody's coming to the Vegas event, can you type lock in or type lock in, like you're locked in for the event? I'm kind of curious what names are coming, if any are coming, and I might have to identify some names that why aren't you coming? Why aren't you coming? Now, I guess, okay, well, I guess tickets are sold out. Okay, so Schmeck is coming. I'm going to be able to meet the Schmeck in person. No way. Shout out to Schmeck. And where'd you say you're getting from? You're from, where'd you say earlier? Because now I remember. Oh, from Cali. Okay, Schmeck from Cali. He's going to be like, oh, it's the Schmuck from Cali. I'm like, no way, bro. I'm looking forward to that, meeting you, sir. I won't forget. Oh, you know, I'm excited to meet 6'8" Jay in person. Me and Jay go way back many, many years now. Many, many years. Time flies. Remember, Jay was my co-host. We were co-hosting for a while. And so me and Jay, we've been doing this for like years. That's for sure. Matter of fact, I guess I can say we've had a couple disagreements in our time. And I hate to say that we would never have disagreement again, but I hope we never have disagreements again. But I guess it's only normal. That's like normal when you're closer with people, you argue easier. Like as far as like, why do people always fight with their brother? Like me and my brother argue all the time. My brother's always angry too, though. But you know, that's normal in life. But guess what? We keep going, we build, we be stronger, we keep pushing, and we make it happen. Tell them, Crypto Clay, it's family. Some people won't be able to ignore Tell, especially when Telcoin launches the first crypto bank in the USA. I like to check on that one real quick also now that we're here, because I'm kind of curious to check this live. Yeah, so we're still about the same thing, which is kind of a hell of a deal. Right now, Telcoin is at 00s and 5.3. Oh, I had a significant dip right here. What's going on here on the daily? 5.3, 5.4. Not as much. It looks more worse than it is, actually. But anyway, let's check the data. 20% on the month. So right now, Telcoin is $500 per 100K. $500 per 100K on Telcoin. And trust me, the Tel fam is a pretty big deal as far as you see how big they are now versus how small it once was. How small it once was as far as I'll give you an example what I mean. Do my shout out to my brother Matt Osti, who's in our Telegram group. I can't believe Zebec's taking off again already. I'm even shocked about that one a little bit because what's Bitcoin doing? We'll take a look at Bitcoin momentarily. But anyway, right now we're pumping 7%. Now, what did we pull up on the high on this one, the monthly? Okay, so okay. So I'm gonna tell you right now if it's gonna run or not. It's about to run. And if it's 7%, I mean 5, 6. Oh, we dipped all the way down from 0.018. We was at 180 earlier today. That's interesting. Now let's look at Bitcoin, and I'll tell you the rest of the story. I'll tell you if it's about to run or not. Bitcoin still trading sideways at $94,000. So it's trading sideways. So really, Zebec has been doing its own thing completely lately. Zebec has really been rocking to its own algorithm lately, which is that's kind of even more unpredictable because basically you can kind of go off of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's pushing, it kind of carries the market, uplifts the market. But Bitcoin's been kind of trading sideways and even downward trend. And even Zebec is still pushing upwards on the monthly 100%. Because I don't think Bitcoin, I see what Bitcoin's up on the monthly. I'm curious. Just curious. Because I don't know, Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin can't be that much up on the monthly. 17%. Bam. So Zebec is completely pushing. Zebec is completely decoupling from Bitcoin. That takes us to my topic of today's conversation, that you might be looking at the next global currency. That was some big words today on the morning live stream. I'll show you what I mean. I kind of really didn't want to start with the Zebec news. I was going to start with the Telcoin news also. I kind of wanted to start with the Telcoin news today because I actually dropped the Zebec video before the live stream. So I want to start with the Telcoin news today real quick. That's a good question, Miguel. And since you asked that question, I'm going to start with this first. I call this the sneak peek in the official Bullish Family Telegram. The sneak peek in it. And basically, guys, I did drop a video before the live stream today. And then I wasn't even going to go live today because that was the video I was going to drop for the live stream. But then I just decided to go ahead and go live anyway because we're trying to turn it up as far as creating content and beat on that algorithm a little bit. So you see I've been dropping back-to-back videos every day also. Not here to play games no more. We're here to turn up the heat. And that's why I decided to also take it more serious on the morning show as far as like jumping directly into the news on our morning live stream and dropping videos. So we're working on some changes. But we're going to call this, which I'm going to drop the link, which the link to our Telegram is in the description on this video. And I'm going to put the link to our Telegram on this post. This is kind of why I made this post. I call this sneak peek in the official Bullish Family Telegram. So bam. So in our Telegram, we got 983 members, 31 online. So you got to look for like the green bull, because I guess there's a lot of fake Telegrams too. Official Bullish Family Telegram. And every single morning, I basically say, rise and shine. Good morning time. I try to be the first one I post in the morning, but, I think Devon and others always beat me to it. Jetpack, they beat me to it. But this one we're talking about Zebec in there. Everybody was excited about Zebec because we've been talking about Zebec for months. So imagine we were like, oh, million Zebec challenge, trying to get all the Zebec possible. Then all of a sudden, bam, 100% on Zebec. So, we went crazy in our Telegram group. It was like the Super Bowl in there. We was like, oh, my God, CKJ, you did it, Zebec. So ZBC shook the game had to restart. Jetpack's in there. Zebec has infected the entire algorithm. And then Divine NRG drops, let's go Zebec, and it's on the monthly pumping 100% on that screenshot. So this is a screenshot in the Telegram. I guess I'll add this to, oh, I don't know. I guess I could add this. Like far as like the hearts over here and this right here, as far as like, I think people can tag you in the Telegram. And if you touch this, it takes you to each tag. I apologize. This is like something I was talking to Jay about. I'm really bad at DMs or like responding to things like that. I'm like, I come in here and like I'll post around what we're posting. We'll talk about that. But as far as like going back to the messages and all the other features it offers, my apologies. You know how hard it is to be posting in the Telegram and get ready for a live stream, dropping a Zebec video, you know, preparing for the biggest event in the history of humanity, which is Vegas. It's a lot going on. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Bam, here's another screenshot. Devon says Zebec. Shout out to Android Master. He drops a hell of a lot of good Zebec pictures and Zebec information. And I appreciate everybody because each piece is like a, you know, that's one thing I wanted to highlight today is like I've been creating crypto content for 9 years. And for 9 years, like people have supported me in this channel. And it's been an amazing journey. I mean, a hell of a lot of amazing people. And I really feel like without these individuals posting in the Telegram or, you know, Jay drop super chats and just, you know, people. And I think we're just getting started because I was listening to this Jim Rohn stuff before the live stream. I'm telling you, it's time to dream bigger. True Ducal says, whoa, 1 million XBF on sale. Shout out to True Ducal talking about XRZiLLas, the greatest asset ever created on XRP. And also wanted to highlight how Devon is still, not still, but he's keeping in track with his investments, not a financial advisor, but DSLA and VRA, which both are amazing prices right now, which we did a lot of research on both. I've even issued the DSLA challenge. And VRA, I know a lot of people are bullish on this, and we did a lot of research on VRA too. So really the point is, I'm not really sure what DSLA has been up to lately, but damn, it's an amazing price. With that right now, that's $20 per 100K on DSLA. That's $20 per 100K on DSLA. And VRA, which is what? I can't recall what VRA is. I know VRA was a pretty big deal, but it's still double zeros. So basically, it's like 2 hidden gems that got double zeros that could be huge hidden gems, which in the past, DSLA was. I can't say, oh man, the thing is, I haven't done research on them in quite some time. But back in the day, it all lined up for a challenge. I'll say that. They were a pretty big deal. And they also tied to, oh my God, they tied to that one company that was a big deal too. Can't slip in my mind right now. But I like to give a major love to the one and only Silver Days with the super chat 589. Super chat 589. Thank you big time, Silver Days. I appreciate the support for the channel. We all love you, CKJ. Keep up the amazing work, my friend. Thank you big time, Silver Days. I appreciate that, my brother. Much love. Much love, my brother. Much love. I know, guys. I try to be like, I'm gonna be do the serious show today, but what can I say? I started watching some Jim Rohn, DSLA, VRA. Thank you big time for the super chat, Silver Days. I appreciate that. Also, Jetpack shared in the Telegram top trending assets. And it looks like you might have got the screenshot from maybe Uphold. But it says top trending assets. That caught my attention. So basically, guys, I'm taking screenshots of different information. And normally I wouldn't really share, and I hope no one mind from the Telegram that I shared like the screenshots, because I would never share screenshots of personal information or messages or anything like that. But I thought maybe people would mind because it's more like an open kind of group. So And I just kind of want to give people an example of the things we'll be talking about in our Telegram. And it's a good place to join because you meet a lot of good people along the way. Self-flow, digital. He's like, I'm already in there. Thank you big time, XRP Chevy. Crypto Mark from the UK. Crypto Mark all the way from the UK. Archives and thrives for the beast. It blew me away when I first saw that Twitter. He has a Twitter that says archives and thrives for the beast. I'm like, whoa. Like love like that, I'm telling you, that can't be bought. You can't buy like love like that. That's much love, Mark. I appreciate that, dude. One day I look forward to taking you out to dinner, sir. Top trending assets. Number one is XRP. That's for sure. Second top trending asset is ZBCN. No, I think this would be the top trending asset. Yeah, this would be. Because why wouldn't they put Z? Because if you look at the data closely here, you're going to see that XRP, only 64% are buying XRP. 86% are buying Zebec. Oh, I got a Zebec riddle today for you guys too. I got a wild Zebec riddle. They're tying the bearable guy boat to Zebec, which, hey, I like what they're saying. I like riddles. Bearable guy was a big thing in my life, and some big things going on with that. But for Zebec, it shows 86% are buying Zebec versus 64% buying XRP. I think Zebec should have been on top of XRP here. And then it says 38% selling XRP and only 20% selling Zebec. What? So this is actually kind of interesting here. This is an interesting dynamic. This is something weird. Because when I first got in crypto, they would never mention XRP with anything. And Bitcoin was always the poster child. Now that Zebec is making a come up, now they're starting to use XRP as the poster child because now XRP is pretty popular. And they even place it over top of Zebec. But they don't know the power of Zebec. They don't know what's coming with Zebec. Crypto Clay with the super chat. Crypto Clay, I appreciate that big time, my brother. I agree with Silver Days. Keep it up, CKJ. Zebec, baby. Much love, Crypto Clay. I do appreciate the support for the channel. It does help out in a very big way. I'm just, because believe it or not, I'm just your average person. Let me think how I could put this. Let me see. I'll put it this way. Much love, Crypto Clay. Crypto Clay. And that's how I always looked at it too. It kind of reminds me of like when I first started talking to Brad Kimes, Digital Perspectives. And I actually did a show with him, and it was called The First Average Joe Investor. And actually, that was my idea too. I was like, because I was trying to think how I could implement Brad Kimes into crypto as far as getting him started with this show. And also because the way he used to support me, and I wanted him to do like a branch off show. And it's so crazy. So anyway, I did The First Average Joe Investor with Brad Kimes. It's because Brad Kimes was just an average person too, like all of us. Like we all live check to check, week to week. None of us got money like that. And so I was like, man, let's do, because the goal of cryptocurrency is to create wealth, to find time, which is the most precious thing on the planet. Is time to spend with their friends and family. It's time to do things or time to go places. So Brad Kimes was the first average Joe investor because he was just your average Joe, was investing in XRP and hoping that he could hit it big with XRP. And boy, did Brad Kimes hit it big with XRP. That's for sure. Shout out to backup Brad Kimes. So also be in Vegas. And shout out to XRP Heavy Chevy in the building with a $17 super chat. Holy smolies. XRP Heavy Chevy 945. Who's actually been here for a long, long time. Shout out Bullish family, Blue Crew family. Shout out to the Blue Crew, 𝕝𝕚𝕟𝕤. Y'all seen I gave Bags and Lady E a huge shout out in the previous video that I did. Because I wish I could have been at that Texas party. I always love Bags. As far as Bags and Lady E, come on. I was the first one to rock Bags song, Lady E, Tails, Bags, Lady E. And so I don't know if I posted it or not. I commented on it, I believe. But I'll show you what I mean. So shout out to the Blue Crew, who definitely showed up in full force to support Bags, and 𝕝𝕚𝕟𝕤, lower level, Uncle Buster. Oh, matter of fact, somebody commented on my post. Oh, no, they commented on my video. They said, I was the cameraman that was recording that. So shout out to the cameraman who's recording XRP bags and Lady A at the Texas event. Yeah. Shout out to the Bulls family and Blue Crew. Thank you, big time XRP Heavy Chevy. I appreciate that, my brother. Oh, so Flow. Thank you for that. You guys are amazing. Thank you, big time. I do appreciate that. What up, Mr. Zam? How you doing today? XRP, ZBCN Top Pick. They got XTC on there. I remember issuing the XTC challenge. We crushed it on that one. As far as we actually crushed it on the 25K XTC challenge because I was scared to issue the 100K XTC challenge because I just wasn't sure. Try saying them tickers over and over a lot of times. XTC. Anyway, 100K XTC did rocket, and the 25K XTC did rocket also. So we crushed it on that one. I'm not going to go into the numbers. Bitcoin, top trending asset, and H-bar, big time sleeping giant on H-bar. So this came out of our Telegram. More information from Devon with VRA. He's on that one. If I'm not mistaken, then the previous shot say 0.002. Okay. So it's still 0.002. Oh, no, I actually jumped to 0.003. That's what I thought. Okay, so he's making money on VRA. Because at 0.00, he had the previous screenshot at 0.002. Now he got the screenshot at 0.003, and it's showing nothing but a rocket on VRA. So see some of the valuable information you're missing out on by not being in our Telegram. GOG. What's up, Chevy95? I do appreciate that, sir. Yeah, actually, Crypto Clay. I know Crypto Clay Rivers because I remember in the space, he's like a real OG too. And as far as I was like, I'll issue the 25K, but you can jump on the 100K if you want. And I was like, shout out to the people that jumped on the 100K because they crushed it on that one. Tell event alert. And Matt Ossie drops this information in our Telegram. Tell event alert, which is a free group. It's like a free group. It's kind of like an app on your phone. It's like a Telegram app. It's like an app where people are just in there talking all day. It's like a free little app. Tell event, American Banker is hosting an event session called Ask the Experts. What does the future of digital finance look like? What? Imagine if we ask each individual here that question. What does the future of finance look like? We would know. And we know that the future is digital. Yeah. Telcoin CEO, Telcoin Paul, will join top execs JP Morgan and Path Forward and dive into stablecoins and payments, all in finance. So, whoa, that's going to be a big deal. You got basically Telcoin Paul Nooner, who's the CEO of Telcoin, is going to be an American banker with some top execs at JP Morgan. Is something big cooking? I would say yes. I would say yes. Okay, so we kind of covered the Telcoin news. I'm just thinking real quick. And I don't really want to cover this again because I covered this in the prior video. If you guys go back to the channel and click videos, I dropped a video this morning talking about how Brad Growinghouse is basically talking about why do you get paid once a month, once a week? You know, why not streamline your money by the second? And a lot of people are echoing Zebec. And actually, I want to show you something interesting on that concept. Where's it at? Oh, here we go. Check this out. So riddle me this. Are you ready, baby? Miss C. So Miss C is still coming to Vegas, right? Well, Miss C says she's coming. I'm hoping at the last second that I also been kind of hearing at the last second that now that it's getting so close, maybe individuals. Listen, I'm gonna be there regardless. I don't need nobody backing out. I'm coming. So let's get this going. Don't back out. I know things can seem like, you know, where it could be more costly as far as you know, once you bought the ticket, it's like $40 ahead of time. But then you price your ticket. I'm telling you, if you play with the flights and play with the thing, you can get different numbers on the flight. I've seen up to 400 down to 200 to 220. Just play with the numbers on it. And guess what? If anybody doesn't have a place to stay, you can stay in my room. So don't worry about as far as no, I'm not inviting like a million people. I mean, you can stay in my room. It don't matter. If you don't got a place to stay in my room. As far as saving money, because people may not be able to afford a flight and a room and everything else. So any way I can help you out, let me know. Join the Telegram, DM me, and I'll definitely try to help you as much as possible for sure. Because I don't want nobody. I'm telling you, it's going to be fun. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be like something you never forget. I remember the first time I went out to Texas Crypto Communities Unite. It was the most memorable experience as far as meeting so many people that you know through, like, for example, let's say Miss C. You know how long she's been supporting, and I've never met her face to face. It's like you know somebody, but you never had a chance to meet them. But you feel like once you meet them, you already know them. Tell them, Bird. Yeah, baby knows. I call this the next global currency, and this is funny. Decentralized Web3 platforms like Ripple and Stellar and Zebec. Well, shout out to, like, see, Zebec is getting some notoriety in there. People are starting to realize about Zebec. I'm trying to tell you, everybody better get some Zebec. You still can get, what, $200 per 100K. Figure, so you can at least get 25K for, I don't know, like 25 bucks, 50 bucks. I mean, I'll at least try to put 25 bucks on and 50 bucks. I know people don't really have money like that. So, but you don't want to really miss your opportunity on this one, because this one could make a lot of money. You just got to cut costs on something else this week. Don't get that steak this week. Cut costs. you got to cut costs sometimes. Decentralized Web3 platforms like Ripple and Stellar and Zebec are positioned to transform the payment space by addressing limitations in traditional payment systems to combine technology and finance, seamlessly paving the way for a new era of frictionless global payments. Woo! Zebec is in there with the big dogs. As far as you got Zebec, come on, like you got, not only is, I mean, it took a long time for Ripple to really get its respect in the beginning. People don't really see the struggle there when it was Bitcoin versus Ripple. But Stellar definitely never got respect. So Ripple had to fight. Stellar definitely had to fight. But now it's Ripple and Stellar and Zebec. And guess what? The price of Zebec is still what? I just want to look at the numbers, because that's always been a theme of my show, as far as finding the asset with the best price that you're going to make the best money on. As far as double zeros on a really good asset on crypto.com, Zebec on crypto.com, 200 per 100K. Like, what? Now, you know, every time it drops a penny, that's going to be $1,000 profit. Drop a penny, $1,000. Like, whoa. They're saying if you have a million Zebec, every penny, that's $10,000 profit. I couldn't imagine that. I'm telling you, $10,000 per penny. Good Lord. I'd be like, oh my God, we're going Hellcat shopping today. We're going shopping. Zebec, we hit the big one. You know, what's that, like that one little meme says, like, there'll be signs. We're going shopping today. Mission XRP in the building. What up, Mission? Good to see you. Long time supporter. OG of OGs. Got some Zebec on me, bro. And Mission knows. Mission always shows up at just the right time. Now, Mission's always in the background, I believe. Always supporting for years. Much love, my brother. I actually shared where Mission got the Bulls family shirt. And I shared that not too long ago, where Mission had the Bulls family shirt and he was taking a picture. Shout out to Mission XRP. Actually, I think it's just Mission now. Much love, Mission. Mission. And guess what? Mission is still on that mission, because he's a blessed individual. Thank you big time, Mission. I appreciate that. Double zeros right there on Zebec. Oh, so let's go to the next one. What makes this interesting? All right, so here they got the Zebec boat. Now, I did not know these ships are called Zebec. Are you ready for this one? Also, don't forget to smash that thumbs up, share the video, smash that subscribe. Good Lord, that thing didn't update like that. I didn't know we had that many people here. I didn't know we was on fire like that. Good God, hold up. Hold up. That thing didn't update and tell me that. Huh? Okay, everybody smash that thumbs up and hit that subscribe. Riddle time. Good Lord. All right, okay, here we go. Decentralized web platforms like Ripple and Stellar and Zebec are positioning itself. Now, because basically this thing was only showing like 30, 40 the whole time. And I was like, that can't be right. That can't be right. So then when I was like, man, let me reload this screen. And then when I reloaded it, it said like 110. I said, oh, okay. So we need 110 thumbs up. Can we get 110 thumbs up? And we got 468 people watching on X and hundreds of people on YouTube here to see yours truly, the one and only Macaroni Tony. No, I'm just messing with you. ckjcryptonewws, the hidden gem hunter, the portfolio melter. Melting portfolios is my hobby. Melting portfolios. Oh, it's my train of thought. Okay, here we go. Oh, where'd it go? Here it is. All right, here it is. Ship Zebec. This is the Zebec ship, Mr. Zam. Yeah, thanks for the super chats. It helps out the channel in a big way. I really do appreciate that for sure. And shout out to everybody that's dropped super chats over the years. And that's what's actually been able to provide a way for me, provide a way for this channel, and provide a way for me to stay down the rabbit hole, bringing hidden gems to you all. It's through the support, through the super chats and the memberships and all that. You know, like I was, I'm not going to go into the whole average Joe thing, Brad Combs again thing, but just, I remember, like, don't get me wrong. We made a hell of a lot of money in 2021, but it's not 2021. It's 2025. No, I'm just joking. But Zebec, this is the Zebec ship. A Zebec, also spelled Zebec, was a Mediterranean sailing ship that was used for mostly trading. Zebecs had a long overhanging of broad sprout and size mid-C. Did you know that about Zebec? No way. Hold up. Holy Fushwam? Holy. I remember Holy's face from the Zebec. He talked about Zebec earlier. Yeah, he's a Zebecer. Holy in the building with the $20 super chat. I think you might need a bigger Zebec. I think you mighty need a bigger Zebec bag for your ZBCN, says Holy Fushwam. Holy, thank you for your very, very generous super chat. Can I say much love, Holy? Much love. Oh, Lee. My mom's middle name was Lee. Her name was Elizabeth Lee. And boy, do I miss my mama. Huh? My mom was here today. Only if my mama was here. Nah, I do miss my mama. Actually, my wife. I get wittery-eyed even saying I miss my mama. Anyway, Zebec is Zebec, also spelled Zebec. No, I was like, hold up. That makes sense to me. You know, it all makes sense to me in crypto. So Zebec, this is a Zebec ship. So hold on, here we go. So then you go to this picture. Now, then they say, still don't see the connection between ZBCN and XRP. Watch this and you will. Okay. Which basically Brad Growinghouse here says that, oh, we should have money paid by the second and not by the week. And then you got the Bearable Guy ship who's on the Zebec ship. And then if you go to the David, I finally put all this together. I know you guys are like, he finally got it. I know some people out there's like, bro, you finally got it. I know, because the video I made before this, I said something completely different. I was like, you know, jumping all around it, but I finally went back and reread it a little bit slower. I mean, hey, what can I say? I'm human. Anyway, so, but I'm running with this one. I like this. So then you got Brad Garlinghouse, Donald Trump, and you got the Zebec ship in the background. Oh, much love, Holy. Thank you, big time. I do really, really appreciate that. And you got the Zebec ship in the background, Mr. Zam, who does the baddest space with Team Green, which is coming up Sunday. And what's today? Tuesday. Oh, and shout out to my partner for the Vegas event. I'm pretty sure we got a show coming up Saturday. So, guys, me and Jay will be live Saturday. And we can call this show. Matter of fact, when we call this show sold out, then it's sold out. As far as this will be this, matter of fact, we can call this one a sold out, tie up loose ends. As far as I don't know, I think we're gonna have like, I don't know, we're supposed to spin the wheel for something. You know, that's Jay's department. He keeps track of that good stuff for us. That's why I partner with Jay. He's organized. And I'm a little unorganized. You know, I like to talk though. I'm pretty good at talking. I can talk about some things. Now, actually, come on, you know, my research is there, but my organization skills. So I learned from Jay as far as organizing. Much love, Holy. We're going to pay you for today, sir, with that $20 super chat. Now, do you see the Zebec ship in the background? Now, don't get me wrong. No, if you want to say Bearable Guy coincidence, I'm still loving that, because that is wild coincidence, though. What's the chances if you really, really kind of think about it? What really is the chances of that, though? Like, let's poke at this Zebec thing real quick. But if you technically really think about it, where Bearable Guy put himself on the Zebec ship, because now I guess we can call it like a Zebec ship or whatever the name of the ship is. But you got Bearable Guy on a very significant looking ship, which is a really big deal back in the day. Then all of a sudden you got Brad Garlinghouse and Donald Trump, and the background is the same ship. Is there coincidences like that? But it could be the Zebec ship too. Macaroni Tony. Oh, there go Matt Ossie in the building. What up, Matt? So good to see you, bro. Thank you for your Telcoin news. My whole show was based off of you today, sir. And oh, the team with the Zebec team is ridiculous, Gina G, as far as the ADP and the payroll growth. Oh, if you guys seen the videos I dropped the last couple of days in a row, I've been tearing it up with the Zebec videos. Kind of wanted to show you guys that. Let me see. I'll show you real quick because I do want to get out of here in like less than 5 minutes. 5 minutes right here. I'll make sure I covered everything. All right, so if you go to what? I don't know if we should ever open it. I actually supposed to be YouTube it itself. So you go to your channel, bam. Oh, we're live. Oh, we got 115 here live on YouTube. Okay. Can we get 115 thumbs up? Can we let YouTube know that this is the #1 place to be since 2017? I'll wait. Also, many may not know this, but when you go to the channel, it's actually going to give, it's going to give videos for me. Because sometimes it gives different things. Past live streams, live now. Oh, they're going to be in Jay's show. Oh, sold out. That's what I did with Jay. That was so funny, too, because when I was talking to Jay, I was like, Jay, I'm going to be like, sold out. And then I was like, but there's a question mark. Are we sold out? So it was kind of funny. Anyway, oh, y'all see the crypto gods have came through with Zebec. Huh? Y'all see my, good God, that sword is on fire, too. Oh, there goes Pickle the Lover Dog in this video right here. Can y'all see that? This is the dog I had for 15 years. It just passed away. I'll show you this video since we're going to get out here in a couple minutes. Okay, there's the don't touch the shark video, but where's the part where he's in the car? This is so funny because this day it was raining and he had this pink Care Bear he used to carry with him. And he like looked all sad because it was raining. And I'm like, oh, it's raining. Pickle's sad. It's all Pickle, but he got his pink Care Bear with him. So, you know, there goes Pickle the Lover Dog. I miss him big time. Anyway, the point is, if you go to videos on my channel, if you check out my last few videos, good God, they're on fire. We dropped this Zebec video 16 hours ago. It's over 1,000 views 16 hours ago. This is the video we dropped yesterday. It's at 2,000 views. And hold up. I thought I dropped the video prior to the third video. Only 3, because this was 6 days prior. It's at 2,000. Anyway, then we dropped the video 3 hours ago, too. So we're dropping videos back to back, baby. Thing is, I want to see an uninterrupted break for like 7 days, 14 days. That's when you're doing something. There's 1, 2, 3 days, and then 6, then 1. I don't like that. So what happened here? What happened here, bro? We'll analyze that. So anyway, you go to my channel and you gotta hit videos, and that's gonna bring you to the newest Zebec videos, which this one's payroll of the future. This is from WageLink and payroll growth. Really good video here. Zebec update. Oh, this is the one with the Circle Alliance. Like I'm telling you guys, everything is lined up for Zebec. And this one is, oh, this is kind of a good video. Let me click on this real quick. I want to show you one thing because we're going to get out of here. I called this video Ripple to Reach 334. Now, I could swear I dropped a link in the description on this one. Oh, come on. Don't tell me I didn't. No way. Are you kidding me? I kind of found the video. All right, you know what I'm going to do? Let's go back. Actually, I'm going to show you something how to find this video. You know what's crazy? There's a real popular topic right now about Swift and Ripple replacing 10% of Swift, right? And Paul Barron and everybody's talking about it now. It's a really interesting conversation. Everybody's talking about it. And but if you go to my playlist, let me see. Go to special guest, maybe. Okay. There goes Brad Kimes. Okay, there goes Sue from Esoteric right here. Now, here it is. Okay, famous evaluation 334 video. 70,000 views 6 years ago. When I was going through this video the other day, I said, whoa, okay. I said, there was an article that came with this video. That's how I found her. I said, I wonder if that article's still in there. So then and this is May 28th, 2018 right here. And then I said, oh, the article is there. So if you click on this article from 2018, this is where it all started right here, where most things started around here. As far as now, this is from May 17, 2018. Ripple to reach $334 in 3 years. Outrageous prediction. And believe it or not, everybody was like shocked in 2018. We're talking $300 per XRP. All the Bitcoiners went quite crazy. They're like, are you crazy? And that was only the beginning of wild predictions as far as 589, 10K, 1,000. Anyway, now here goes Sue's original video, and this is how I found Sue in 2018. They had to get her on the show. And in here, she's like big time banker, knows her stuff as far as really good information. I love her voice with her accent. But the cryptocurrency market has been anything but rational. A fact that sometimes makes us all a little disconcerted with the movements of price and a bit harsh to read. That is currently the phenomenon for many virtual coins in the market that apparently out of nowhere, but just happen to hit the moon with the prices we don't even understand why. Of course, most times there's a bunch of speculation, but it would be a forecast going around. I watched a video I stumbled upon that Ripple XRP could hit $334 in 3 years. Even though, no, this is what's crazy is when this prediction first came out in 2018, this guy summed it up how Sue is. He says, well, even though it sounds crazy, there are a couple of reasons to believe this could be fact. And that's what I'm saying. Sue gives herself credibility with her experience. That's what's amazing about Sue, because she's dealt with Swift. She's been in banking for 40 years. You can tell from the way she talks. Let's find out how many experts are assuring Ripple will moon very soon. Now the dates, whatever. The same way, the main argument behind this prediction. So anyway, click on this. This is going to take you to Sue's original 334 if Ripple was to replace 10% of Swift. So I just thought it was kind of interesting real quick how basically Sue was the one who kind of started the whole Ripple to replace Swift thing, but she doesn't really get her credit for it now. Now you got like your Paul Barron's, and I'm not saying Paul Barron's taking credit or the other guy's taking credit, but a lot of people are asking the question. But but who asked the question? That's all I'm throwing out there. It's just like some OG. I'm not taking nothing away from none of them. It's like that's what people do in crypto is news gets regenerated, reused, and that's no big deal. So shout out to Sue. You know what's crazy is actually I went to her channel the other day to kind of check up on her because I had her on my show a few times. And she did a really amazing video like 2 months ago. And she's going through a lot too. If you guys can drop a prayer for Sue. Like she's going through a lot. And now I see why she changed her channel to Crypto Granny too, because she did get older from the way she looks there to now. But if you click on her link and then you go to videos, I'm just going to give you, and okay, I think this is it because I watched her latest video. Yeah, from a month ago. Yeah, this is the one I watched. Believe it or not, she is on fire. And this looks here. I watched this much of it. You can tell that's how far I went to the 13-minute mark. And basically the whole video, she's dropping gems. Like she knows her stuff when it comes to crypto. So shout out to my buddy Sue. Drop a prayer for her. She calls herself Crypto Granny now. She's the original one behind the 334 prediction or Ripple to replace Swift. And she was the first one to ask that question in 2018. So I'll drop matter of fact, you know what? I'm not gonna give you the new Sue. I'm gonna give you the 334 Sue. Where's that one at? All right, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you the Susie that asked the 334 question, Sue. Bam, here it is. Just in case y'all want it. There goes my buddy Sue from back in the day. Bam. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I can't thank you enough for all lovers. I hope we covered everything today. XRZiLLas. Yeah, I think we covered that. You get that on XP Market, but, you might want to get AI Cat. Jetpack covered a lot. We covered everything. We covered everything. But the love today, oh, my God. Thank you guys big time. I really appreciate that. Misty, thank you big time. Mr. Zam, thank you for your continued support and your 5-year membership. Now, Mr. Zam says the Zebec ship is probably the craziest breadcrumb he left you ever